Please, Rincy Mum, tell me about the history of the exchange program.
Thank you, Mr. John. Good morning. The history behind the school exchange program started in the year 2016 when Mr. Stewart, the principal of Monterey Secondary College, came to India, visited our school Adhyapana, which is located in the southern part of India, Madurai. He visited our school and we spoke to him, my senior principal correspondent, Mrs. Aruna M. Vishweshwar, and my Dean of Academics, Mr. Visheshaya. We had a meeting. We spoke about this cultural exchange and he invited us to Melbourne, to the Monterey Secondary College.
And then what happened?
So as a visit, we came to Melbourne and we visited the school. And Mr. John Cully, the principal of Mahogany Rise, he too invited us to his school and we visited his school and there the partnership started. So we had two schools on board. Later on, Canano School with Mr. Michael Block, they too came into the board. So right now we have three schools on the board and we continue this partnership. And this is the fourth batch coming into Melbourne, Australia for the cultural exchange program. This year, me leading the team with 3 teachers and 3 people from the parent community. So we are 35 of us visiting the Melbourne city and we are having a very nice time.
Action.
Hi,
I am Dashna.
I'm Aragaminakshi.
We are from class 9.
We are going to share the experience in the Melbourne, Australia.
So I'm going to start first. I'm going to tell about my host family. I'm staying with Mrs. Natalie and she has one daughter and a son and 2 puppies. I love their home very much. They took a good care of us and we enjoyed a lot. I didn't feel so much that I missed my mom because she is also my mom and I had good friends. We enjoyed a lot. We used to play board games in the night and I love her.
We were preparing Anzac biscuits in group. Actually, we have never saw a school having some cookery and all. It was very fun for us and we were waiting that when will the biscuits will be baked and our mouth was watering that when we can taste it. It was a good experience to us.
And yesterday night in the cultures we have made food for 150 people and we are so happy that they all enjoyed the food and it was so nice. Thank you.
Actually, we were preparing it.
Yeah.
My host is a very lovely madam. I like her very much. They care me very carefully and with lovable. There are 2 dogs. They also will play with me. I enjoy that.
Tell me about your host.
I'm staying with Beck and family. I'm so happy to live with them. They took care of me so good that like my mother. I'm thankful to Beck and family.
Now, sorry, just shift this a little bit. Tell me about your experience in Australia.
Australia, I went to the big Melbourne Star. It was very nice, but I don't have the feelings of the move. And I saw the tall buildings. First I was scared here, and next it was okay.
My experience, it was my first time in Australia, and I was so excited to come here. And thanks to the school and the host family for hosting me and giving me this opportunity.
Okay, tell me, Danny. Tell me something about your host.
My host. I am being hosted by Mrs. Mary and Mr. Bernie, who are very good family members. I really love them. It's being entering into a new family in Australia. It's like that, and I'm very indeed pleasure to be with them, and I like them a lot. Mainly their family members, her 2 daughters and a son, and their 10 grandchildren are really great. Yeah, I really like that.
So Tarun, tell me something about Australia.
The thing to tell about Australia is the road safeties are very nice. In India, there will be more noise, but here is no noise and no pollution. The cars, yeah, that's all.
Tell a place in Australia which you loved more.
So Danny, I loved Phillips Island and
Phillip
I love Penguin Parade. So we met many strangers who were very interactive with us. And I met a lady, she was playing a guitar. She was beautiful, she was playing a guitar. And my host went there. He was surprised that they put some $50 to them. And that much nice she played. And I admired her.
So Dakshin, which place in Australia you like the most? Why?
Specifically in Australia, I like the Moon Lake Sanctuary very much because all the animals were set free from their cages and they're not. They were a bit tamed and grown in a kind of environment. But also I got a chance to pat down the koalas and I loved the animals over there very much. They were so friendly to me and I would like to visit there again. Yep, that's it. Yeah. JP, how was your first trip in aeroplane?
I was a little bit scary. I was totally, I can't say it in words. Actually, they also didn't say anything about turbulences in the airplane. So I thought every time when turbulences came, I thought the airplane would fall. So I also didn't let my friends sleep because I didn't know anything about airplanes. I was scared. Vidyat, tell me about yourself and your experience here.
Yeah, I'm Vidyarth. I'm hosted by Pam. Actually, I have already I have said I found my new family here. I love all the places here. I thought first I didn't think of coming here, but now I am happy that I came here because the experience here are very different. The road safety, the friends, the culture, the family members. I can't say any one place which I liked because all the places I loved it because it's my first experience here in Australia. Yeah, thank you.
Very good.
So Abhijata, tell me your experience you're currently having with your host.
Yep. They're really a good host. I'm staying with Ali and her family. There are 3 kids, mom, dad, cats, dogs and everything in a small family. It's a little bit noisy family, but I really enjoy staying with them. It's really hard to manage so many kids in home, but she did a great job. I don't have words to express my love for them. I really love staying with them. Thank you.
Jayshri, what is the place you like the enjoy or so I went to places like Moonlit Sanctuary, Gravity Zone, Melbourne Star and a lot, but my favorite is the Author's Seat and I did zip line there. It was awesome. Yeah. What is your experience, say about your experience in Australia?
So I'm basically loving this country, or I will basically say the continent. I like the way people are treated here. I like the way they are, taking care of their pets. They're just giving the most freedom to their pets and their children. And I like the weather here. Though it's too cold, it's like manageable. And I like the places to visit here because it's just so different from the other countries and cities. Thank you.
Hi Priya, tell me what did you learn from this exchange program?
From this exchange program, I learned punctuality, time managing. I learned to take care of myself. I learned getting early in the morning. I won't use to. This is very new for me. Then I learned cooking Australian dishes. I loved it. Yeah, I tasted beef here. It was very tasty. Totally I enjoyed. We had good time together. What did you think about the whole my host family?
We both are living with Jen.
Yeah.
She's a very sweet person and a loving and caring person. I've never seen such a person before. Daily morning she used to come to our room, shout, Sona, Priya, get up. We're actually backbenchers and we'll go to our school daily
Yeah,
very late, latecomers. And we have got
She
used
to
to
shake
that.
her bed.
Yeah, she
Wake up, wake up,
wake up. And then we'll get up and sorry Jen, we'll move away. And after coming here, I got to know many things about the Australian culture. And then these 13 days of my life are something unforgettable moments of my life. I totally enjoyed the trip. It was a very fun-filled trip. Yeah, it was an enjoyable trip totally.
Both of us had good time
Good
together.
time together.
Enjoyed. Bye.
Okay, Srini, what is the favorite place that you have been in Melbourne?
Of course, the house that I've been staying with, that's Joy. Though the other places that we visited in Melbourne, like the Moonlit Sanctuary, was good, but our house and the room was heaven, and the view from our balcony cannot match anything there. And that's heaven-like thing, which I never want to come out of it. But unfortunately, we're moving today out. So sad. What is the best thing that have happened to you in Melbourne?
I've got a new family. I've met Joy auntie and Hampton uncle, and I even had their granddaughter and grandson. They were so sweet to me. People over here are so sweet. It is not like we have in India. Here all are friendly with me, and especially Joy auntie and Hampton uncle had made us with filled memories. I have unexpressible love with them. They were so sweet, and I could not explain the love with them. They took care of us. I was not even homesick. I was not even thinking about my home actually. I wish I could be here itself with them, but today we are leaving. I am going to miss them. I love them.
Sai, what was your role in cultural night?
Well, I played the role of the MC in the cultural night. It was a bit interesting and new because I played the role of MC in Adhyapana in my school, but here I just tried in an interactive way like a real MC in like stage concerts, which was a bit interesting for me and new, which I liked. What is the most exciting place that you have visited in Victoria State?
Okay, first I'm Sabaresh. So the two places that I love the most in Australia were the Melbourne Star and the Moonlit Sanctuary. First in the Melbourne Star. Actually I'm afraid of heights, so it was a great experience for me to go in the Melbourne Star. So I could just view the whole of Melbourne, and that was nice. And the next is the Moonlit Sanctuary. I was able to touch the kangaroos and the wallabies, and I think this will be the last time and the first time in which I could touch them, and I felt them, and it was a good experience. Nitish, what was your learning experience in the Monterey School?
Yeah, I am Nitish. The learning experience in Monterey School was so good as the teachers taught the subjects in the practical way. We made many experiments in chemistry and physics. They made us to understand it so easier by teaching in practical way. That's it.
So tell me, Ramasamy, how is Melbourne different from your city in India?
It's quite different because in our city there are many temples around, many temples, and the big temple, Meenakshi Amman temple. But here, till now I have not seen any temples or churches much, but the people here are very friendly.
Yeah.
Not rough and tough. And when I came to Australia, many of them said it's a good country and
It
friendly
is,
people.
yeah.
But I experienced it very much because when I experienced it, then I heard it. It was very lovely and I enjoyed it really. So Rehan, can you tell me how's your time going in Melbourne?
So my time in Melbourne is going really great. I love the people, I love the food, I love everything that's here. It's like my dream country, you know. Other than India, obviously. Yeah, so I love the meat pie because the beef and all that. It's amazing. Yeah. People here are really friendly, they're good, their hearts are pure. And if for my future jobs and all, I would really prefer Melbourne out of all the cities. So it's really great, I enjoy everything. The schools are also really good, big, the teachers are experienced, all of them are well qualified. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Good morning, Thomas. Can you tell us what made you to come to Australia the second time?
Good morning. I am Thomas Jose from Adhyapana School. This is my second time in Australia, and there are two major reasons why I have come to Australia the second time. That is hospitality and friends. The hospitality provided by the school and the host family was amazing, and the friends like JBN, Ben, Dizu and Callum made me come here the second time. So I would like to thank my school management for sending me to Australia the second time. Thank you. And good morning, Tarun. Will you tell me about your experience with your host family?
Good morning. I am Tarun from Adhyapana School here to talk a few words about my host. My host is Mr. Ian, the president of the Rotary Club of Frankston. He's a very good and a genuine person. And on the day we arrived at Melbourne, he gave us a very warm welcome. And I'm staying with the parent. And he has a very interesting hobby of collecting toy trains. And then after the day we arrived, he took us to a large room where I've been building small cities with toy trains, buildings and small people on it. And I was dumbstruck. I thought that for a man of his age, and he's 68, and for a man of his age, it is a great thing to do such a thing with a great patience. The time I had with him was a good memory, and that would cherish forever in my life. And I'd be very privileged to have him with me at my home in India. Thank you.